Alright, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that the market tested below yesterday's range and found some pretty strong buyers who managed to push ES back above that 29 to 31 area. And at this point, heading into the session, we don't have any major econ reports on the calendar today, but we do have a lot of Fed speakers scheduled to give talks throughout the session, with Bernanke scheduled at 1:30 Central Time. So that can result in some short-term, just price action, short-term choppiness um, as the market kind of digests any of the latest remarks. And, some of those moves can be pretty short-lived where, we don't think that it's going to be like a sustained directional move based on any of the comments because, there really isn't anything new to add to the talk of the taper and the plan for the Fed. So I don't think there's going to be any big sustained move based off of any short-term price action that can result from the Fed speakers. But on the day time frame and for day trades, it can quite easily result in a unnecessary loss or a trade that has open profits can quickly go back to break even, because of the relatively choppy price action that can result from this type of day. It's also Friday, end of the week, heading into the weekend. There could be some squaring of positions here as well. So, the theme for today is going to be just how selective you can be on your trades. Overall, the trading style that we trade ourselves is more selective anyway. We're not looking to scalp the market for a few ticks here and there. We're always looking for high reward to risk trades. So that's the base criteria when you're considering any trade, is that it needs to have good reward to risk, minimum 2 to 1, ideally a little bit more, and automatically that's going to make you selective, right? When you're looking for 2 to 1 or 3 to 1 reward to risk setups, where you're risking 2 points looking to make 4 or 6, by default it's going to force you to be selective. But when the market is in a context where there's a higher probability of chop or higher probability of two-sided price action, I think that's where you kind of notch up that filter a bit more, and instead of looking for 2 to 1, now you can filter it and look for 3 to 1. And that means you may only have 2 trades on the day time frame, but the odds of those trades working out are going to be higher, and when they do work out, you're going to get more out of them. So, overall, that strategy pays off. So, today, the 26 to 28 is the spot where, if that zone holds, that tells us that we have some pretty aggressive and strong buyers in the market. It's a good spot to look for a long setup, but that zone's only going to work if there's a decent level of strength in the market. So, we don't want to see weakening internals or a lot of weakness on the AD lines. We closed at 26.5, so ideally you want to see the AD lines hold in the positive territory, or at least not be trending lower below 0. You want to see two-sided momentum at the very minimum. You don't want to see something where the tick is holding below 0 and continuously rejecting 0. We're not expecting that. If anything, we want to see a positive tick skew so that we have higher probability on the long side. So 26 to 28 is a good spot. 29.5 is a good reference level to gauge the strength or weakness of the market. So that means that if you're taking a long off of 26.28, then you want to see the market get back above 29.5 and hold that level, and then your target becomes 34 to 37. 34 is the high odds target, and 37, lower probability of getting all the way there on first shot, and higher probability that 37 will get rejected on the first test. We have a high volume node at 36.25 that can result in some rejection and some sellers entering the market. In the event that we break through 37, that would indicate very strong buyers in the market, and it would bring the 41 gap into play, and potential for 41 half to 43 half zone to be tested. And again, because we're expecting two-sided movement, sellers can be active over there as well, and we can rotate right back down towards the 34 to 37 zone again. So, we are expecting overall the theme is the two-sided market where, either we get buyers at 26, 28 and they take it up to 34, 37, or in the event that there's a little bit more weakness, perhaps we come down, test the initial support zone, 21.75 to 24.75, and then slowly make our way back up to 29.5 and potentially 34 to 37. So, those are the types of moves and the types of swings that we're going to be looking for. And then whether we enter at the pre-market support or wait for initial support is going to depend on the real-time context. It's going to depend on, where the tick is spending more time, where the AD line is, where it's trending, which side is showing more aggression, right? So on the price chart, you can simply see that by, how the bars are being printed. If you're seeing a lot of upside bars, and there's not a lot of pullbacks, that tells you there's upside momentum. If you're seeing wide range bars to the downside, that tells you perhaps you want to be more cautious. So, those are really the ideas on the day. Again, the theme is going to be selective, target, ideally 3 to 1, reward to risk trade. So if you're getting in at 26.28 using a 2-point stop, you want to have that 5 to 6 point target in play. And, if it seems like the momentum is too heavy on the downside and that 6-point target's not going to get hit, or you're not going to be able to hold for that 6-point target, then skip the trade. Wait for some better pricing that can give you a high probability 6-point target. So those are our main ideas. Just keep an eye on the list of speakers today, and they're kind of spread throughout the morning and into the afternoon, with Bernanke's scheduled for 1:30. So again, that can result in some short-term price fluctuation, unexpected out of nowhere. So we'll keep that in mind. And overall, just look for the best trades on the day and only execute those, given that it's a Friday and given the overall context. So that's the theme. Let's see how it plays out, and we'll take it from there.